Dr. Veltar stared at the medical screen with all four of his eyes wide open. The numbers made no sense. The readings showed impossible things. His long, thin tentacles moved quickly across the control panel as he checked the equipment again and again. 3 hours had passed since the human named Jinwoo got bitten by the shadow crawler. 3 hours since what should have been his death. But the human sat on the medical table like nothing had happened. He was drawing pictures of the creature that bit him. "The bite pattern is interesting," Jinwoo said to his friend Minji, who stood nearby. "Look at how the fangs curve. I think it helps the venom go deeper into the skin." Minji nodded and looked at the drawing. "Did it hurt when it bit you?" Jinwoo shrugged. "A little. Like a bee sting, maybe. It feels warm now, but not bad." Dr. Veltar's tentacles shook. In his 50 years as a doctor, he had seen 17 different species get bitten by shadow crawlers. All of them died within 10 minutes. The venom attacked the nervous system and shut down the heart. It was one of the most deadly toxins in the galaxy. The human should be dead. The medical computer beeped. Dr. Veltar looked at the new readings. Jinwoo's heart rate was higher than normal for humans. His body temperature was up by 2 degrees, but these were small changes. Nothing like the complete system failure that killed every other species. "Human Jinwoo," Dr. Veltar said, his voice shaking through the translator. "How do you feel?" Jinwoo looked up from his drawing. "I feel fine. Maybe a little warm, and I'm hungry. Do you have any food here?" Dr. Veltar's medical training told him this was impossible. The venom should have stopped Jinwoo's heart by now. It should have paralyzed his muscles. It should have shut down his brain functions. Instead, the human wanted food. "We need to run more tests," Dr. Veltar said. He moved to a cabinet and took out a scanning device. "This will not hurt. It will show us what the venom is doing inside your body." Jinwoo put down his drawing and held still while the doctor scanned him. The device hummed and sent data to the main computer. When the results appeared on screen, Dr. Veltar's tentacles went completely rigid. The venom was still in Jinwoo's bloodstream, but instead of attacking his cells, it was being broken down by his immune system. More than that, his body was somehow using parts of the venom to make new proteins. It was like his cells were eating the poison and turning it into something useful. "This cannot be real," Dr. Veltar whispered to himself. Minji stepped closer to look at the screen. She was also human, but she worked as a biologist. "What does this mean?" Dr. Veltar pointed at the display with one tentacle. "The venom is still active in his blood. But look at these readings. His immune cells are not just fighting it. They are changing it, using it." "Is that good or bad?" Jinwoo asked. "I do not know," Dr. Veltar admitted. "Nothing like this has ever been recorded. Your species should not be able to survive this toxin." Jinwoo smiled. "Well, humans are pretty tough. We evolved on a planet that keeps trying to kill us. Maybe that helped." Dr. Veltar had studied human biology when the first humans joined the Galactic community 5 years ago. He knew they came from a dangerous world, but he never imagined they could survive toxins that killed every other known species. The computer made another sound. New data appeared on the screen. Dr. Veltar looked at it and felt dizzy. The reading showed that Jinwoo's reflexes were getting faster. His brain activity was increasing. The venom wasn't just failing to kill him, it was making him better. "Dr. Veltar," Minji said, "should we contact the medical consortium? They need to know about this." Dr. Veltar nodded slowly. "Yes, this will change everything we know about toxicology and about humans." He sent a priority message to the Galactic Medical Consortium headquarters. The message was simple but shocking. "Human survives shadow crawler bite. Shows no signs of toxicity. Request immediate consultation." Within minutes, his communication device was beeping with incoming calls. Scientists from across the galaxy wanted to know more. Some didn't believe the report. Others demanded proof. Jinwoo continued drawing while the medical world went crazy around him. He added details to the picture of the shadow crawler, making notes about its behavior. "It was protecting its eggs," he told Minji. "I got too close to the nest. The bite was just a warning, I think." "A warning that should have killed you," Dr. Veltar said. Jinwoo looked at the alien doctor. "But it didn't, so maybe shadow crawlers aren't as dangerous as everyone thinks. Maybe they just haven't met humans before." Dr. Veltar ran another scan. The results were even more surprising than before. The venom was almost gone from Jinwoo's system. His body had processed it completely in just 4 hours, and the side effects were all positive. Better reflexes, faster thinking, improved healing. "I need to take blood samples," Dr. Veltar said. "The consortium will want to study this." Jinwoo rolled up his sleeve. "Sure. Just don't take too much. I still have work to do today." As Dr. Veltar drew blood, he couldn't stop thinking about what this meant. If humans could survive toxins that killed other species, what else could they survive? What other impossible things might they do? The bite mark on Jinwoo's arm was already healing. The swelling was gone. The puncture wounds were closing. In any other species, that spot would be black with dead tissue by now. Dr. Veltar sealed the blood samples and sent them to the lab for analysis. He had a feeling this was just the beginning. The galaxy was about to learn something new about humans, something that would change how everyone saw them. Jinwoo finished his drawing and showed it to Minji. "What do you think?" "It's good," she said. "Very detailed." "I want to go back tomorrow and observe them more," Jinwoo said. "Now that I know their bite isn't dangerous to humans, we can study them up close." Dr. Veltar's tentacles twitched. Not dangerous to humans was not something he ever expected to say about shadow crawler venom. But the evidence was right in front of him. The human was not just alive, he was thriving. The medical bay door opened and more humans entered. They had heard about the bite and came to check on their friend. Dr. Veltar watched them all carefully. Were they all capable of the same impossible survival? He had a feeling he was about to find out. Hyunwoo walked through the station corridors toward Jinwoo's room. As the human expedition leader, he needed to check on his team member. The report from Dr. Veltar still confused him. A shadow crawler bite should have killed Jinwoo. Instead, the human was apparently fine. 12 hours had passed since the bite. Hyunwoo expected to find Jinwoo in bed, maybe still feeling sick. When he pressed the door button, he heard typing sounds from inside. The door opened to show Jinwoo sitting at his desk, working on his computer. He looked completely normal. Better than normal, actually. His eyes seemed brighter, and his movements were quicker than usual. "How are you feeling?" Hyunwoo asked, stepping into the room. Jinwoo looked up and smiled. "Great. I finished the report on the shadow crawler behavior. Want to see?" Hyunwoo stared at him. "You were supposed to be resting. I tried to sleep, but my mind kept working. I had so many ideas about the creatures we saw today, so I got up and wrote everything down." Jinwoo turned his computer screen so Hyunwoo could see it. "Look at this data analysis. I found patterns I never noticed before." Hyunwoo read the screen. The work was detailed and complex. Normally, this kind of analysis took Jinwoo several days to complete. He had done it in a few hours. "Your thinking seems sharper," Hyunwoo said. "I feel sharper. It's like everything is clearer now. Colors are brighter, sounds are more detailed, and I can process information faster." Jinwoo rolled up his sleeve to show the bite mark. "Look at this." Hyunwoo examined Jinwoo's arm. The bite wounds were almost completely healed. Only small red marks remained where the fangs had punctured the skin. There was no swelling or infection. "That's impossible," Hyunwoo said. "Even normal cuts take longer to heal than this." "I know, but I feel amazing. Better than I've felt in years." A communication alert sounded on Hyunwoo's device. He answered it and saw Yunbi's face appear on the small screen. "Hyunwoo, we have a situation," Yunbi said. She looked stressed. "I've been getting messages from all over the galaxy about Jinwoo. The medical consortium wants complete biological data. 3 different alien governments are requesting tissue samples, and there's a news reporter asking for interviews." "How did word spread so fast?" Hyunwoo asked. "Dr. Veltar's report went to the consortium database. Someone leaked it to the scientific community. Now everyone knows there's a human who survived shadow crawler venom." Jinwoo leaned over to see Eunbi's image on the screen. "Hi, Eunbi. Are they making a big deal about this?" "Jinwoo, you look good for someone who should be dead." Eunbi's expression changed from worry to amazement. "The messages I'm getting say this is the biggest medical discovery in galactic history. No species has ever survived that venom." "Well, humans have now," Jinwoo said with a shrug. Hyunwoo's communication device beeped with another incoming call. Dr. Veltar's alien face appeared on a second screen. "Commander Hyunwoo, I need to see Jinwoo immediately. The test results are extraordinary." "What kind of results?" Hyunwoo asked. "His blood shows changes I have never seen. The venom did not just fail to kill him. It improved his cellular function. His immune system learned from the toxin and made itself stronger." Jinwoo stood up from his chair. Hyunwoo noticed the movement was smoother than before, like Jinwoo's coordination had improved. "I'll come to the medical bay," Jinwoo said. "I want to see these results too." They walked through the station together. Other humans they passed stared at Jinwoo with curiosity. Word was spreading among the crew that something special had happened. In the medical bay, Dr. Veltar was waiting with several screens full of data. His tentacles moved quickly as he pulled up different charts and graphs. "Look at this," Dr. Veltar said, pointing to a brain scan. "Jinwoo's neural activity is 20% higher than baseline human readings. His reflexes are faster. His memory recall is improved." "How is that possible?" Hyunwoo asked. "The venom contains compounds that affect the nervous system. In other species, these compounds cause paralysis and death. But human neurology is different. Instead of being damaged, Jinwoo's neurons used the compounds to create new connections." Jinwoo studied the scans with interest. "So the venom made my brain work better?" "Not just your brain. Your entire body has improved. Muscle response time is faster. Healing rate is accelerated. Even your vision has enhanced slightly." Dr. Veltar showed them more test results. Every measurement showed improvement. Jinwoo wasn't just surviving the venom, he was benefiting from it. "This changes everything we know about human biology," Dr. Veltar said. "I thought humans were tough because you survive harsh environments, but this suggests you can actually adapt and improve from toxins that kill other species." Yunbi arrived at the medical bay carrying a tablet full of messages. "The requests keep coming in. Medical teams from 4 different planets want to visit. The Galactic University wants Jinwoo to speak at their conference, and there's a pharmaceutical company offering money for blood samples. No blood sales," Hyunwoo said firmly. "Jinwoo, this is your choice. Do you want to cooperate with the medical research?" Jinwoo thought for a moment. "If it helps other people, yes. But I don't want to spend months in laboratories. We have work to do here." Dr. Veltar's communication device started beeping with incoming calls. He looked at the display and his tentacles curled with stress. "It is Dr. Kethrel from the Medical Consortium, and Dr. Yelensi from the Biological Sciences Institute, and someone from the Planetary Health Organization." He looked at Jinwoo. "They all want to study you." "Let them come," Jinwoo said. "But I'm not changing my schedule. We're supposed to explore the southern continent tomorrow. I'm not missing that." Hyunwoo shook his head in amazement. Most people would be scared or overwhelmed by this kind of attention. Jinwoo treated it like a minor inconvenience. Dr. Veltar ran one more scan. The results showed even more improvement than the previous test. Jinwoo's body was continuing to adapt and enhance itself, using components from the venom. In medical school, we learned that shadow crawler venom was 100% fatal, Dr. Veltar said. Now I must rewrite that to say it is fatal to all known species except humans. Maybe not just shadow crawler venom, Jinwoo said thoughtfully. Maybe humans can handle other toxins too. We should test that. Absolutely not, Hyunwoo said quickly. We're not using you as a test subject for every poison in the galaxy, Jinwoo smiled. Just a suggestion. The medical bay door opened and more humans entered. Word had spread through the human crew that their colleague had survived something impossible. They wanted to see for themselves that he was okay. Dr. Veltar watched the group of humans with new understanding. If one human could survive shadow crawler venom, what other impossible things might they be capable of? His medical training told him that species had limits, but humans seemed to ignore those limits completely. As he looked at Jinwoo, healthy, and improved 12 hours after a supposedly fatal bite, Dr. Veltar realized he needed to study human biology much more carefully. The galaxy was about to learn that humans were far stranger and more capable than anyone had imagined. Tae-hoon stood in the main docking bay watching the third alien medical ship arrive in 2 days. As the station's diplomatic liaison, he was responsible for handling all these unexpected visitors. His head already hurt from trying to manage the requests, demands, and questions from scientists across the galaxy. The first ship had arrived 18 hours ago, carrying Dr. Kethril and her team from the medical consortium. The second ship brought a group of researchers from the Biological Sciences Institute. Now this third ship was docking, and 2 more were scheduled to arrive tomorrow, all because of one human who got bitten by a creature and didn't die. The airlock opened and 3 tall blue-skinned aliens stepped out. Their leader approached Tae-hoon with quick, jerky movements that showed excitement. I am Dr. Zeelan from the Toxicology Research Center, the alien said through his translator. We must examine the human immediately. Our entire understanding of venom effects depends on this study. Tae-hoon held up his hands. Please wait. You need to register with station security first, and the human you want to study is currently busy with his regular work. Dr. Zeelan's large eyes widened. Busy with work? This human has survived an impossible toxin exposure. He should be in medical isolation for comprehensive study. He refused medical isolation, Tae-hoon explained. He's exploring the southern continent today, collecting more biological samples. This is unacceptable, Dr. Zeelan said. Do you understand the importance of this case? We could develop new treatments for thousands of species based on his biology. Tae-hoon had heard the same argument from every team that arrived. They all wanted to study Jinwoo. They all claimed their research was the most important, and they all seemed amazed that the human wanted to continue his normal work instead of lying in a medical lab. His communication device beeped. It was a message from So-young, the team's botanist. She was requesting an urgent meeting about unusual biological observations. Tae-hoon sighed and scheduled her for an hour later. In the research lab, Jinwoo was demonstrating his improved reflexes to the assembled alien scientists. Dr. Veltar had arranged a simple test using falling objects. Jinwoo was supposed to catch them before they hit the floor. Dr. Kethril dropped a small metal sphere. Jinwoo's hand moved so fast it was almost a blur, catching the sphere easily. The alien scientists made excited noises and took notes on their devices. Try with multiple objects, suggested Dr. Yelensi from the Biological Sciences Institute. Dr. Kethril dropped 3 spheres at once. Jinwoo caught all 3, one with each hand, and the third by bouncing it off his knee and catching it. Impossible, whispered Dr. Zeelan, who had just arrived. Human reflexes should not be that fast. They weren't before the bite, Dr. Veltar explained. The venom improved his response time by approximately 40%. Jinwoo set down the metal spheres and looked at the group of alien doctors staring at him. Is this really that strange? Humans adapt to things all the time. Other species do not adapt to lethal toxins, Dr. Kethril said firmly. Other species die from them. Maybe other species haven't tried hard enough, Jinwoo said with a smile. Dr. Zalan pulled out a scanner and pointed it at Jinwoo. I need to understand the cellular changes. How did your immune system process the venom? I don't know, Jinwoo said honestly. It just did. My body felt warm for a while, then I felt better. Better is insufficient description, Dr. Zalan said, studying his scanner readings. You are superior to baseline human function in multiple areas. This is evolutionary advancement in real time. The research lab door opened and So-young entered, carrying several plant samples and looking worried. Tae-hoon said you wanted to see me, Jinwoo said. So-young nodded and glanced nervously at all the alien scientists. Can we talk privately? Whatever you have to say, these doctors should probably hear it, Jinwoo said. It might be related to their research. So-young set her samples on a lab table. I've been studying the other humans on the station, looking for any biological changes that might be connected to your venom exposure. And? Dr. Veltar asked, his tentacles curling with interest. I found changes, So-young said quietly. Small ones, but they're there. Improved immune responses, slightly faster healing rates, enhanced cognitive function. The alien doctors all started talking at once, their translators creating a chaos of overlapping voices. Dr. Kethril's voice rose above the others. You are saying the human's condition is spreading? Not spreading exactly, So-young explained, but humans who spend time near Jinwoo are showing mild improvements, like his body is producing something that benefits other humans. Dr. Zelan waved his scanner at So-young. Show me your readings. So-young activated her own research device and displayed the data on the lab's main screen. Charts and graphs showed slight but measurable improvements in the other humans on the station. Pheromones, Dr. Yalensi said suddenly. The enhanced human must be producing chemical signals that trigger adaptive responses in nearby humans. Or, it could be airborne proteins, suggested Dr. Veltar. Released through respiration and absorbed by others. Jinwoo looked at the data with interest. So being near me is making other humans better too? In small ways, yes, So-young confirmed. Nothing as dramatic as your changes, but definitely measurable improvements. Dr. Kethril's device started beeping with an incoming priority message. She read it quickly and her skin color shifted to a darker blue, indicating excitement or stress. What is it? Dr. Veltar asked. News of this case has reached the Galactic Council, Dr. Kethril said. They are calling an emergency session to discuss the implications of human adaptive capabilities. Tae-hoon's communication device also started beeping. He answered it to find his supervisor's face on the screen, looking stressed. Tae-hoon, we have a situation. The council wants a full report on human biology. They're questioning whether humans pose a risk to other species through their adaptive abilities. A risk? Jinwoo asked. We're not dangerous. You survived something that kills every other known species, Dr. Zelan pointed out. And now you are improving the biology of other humans around you. Some species might see this as a threat. So-young pulled up more data on her screen. There's something else. The improvements in other humans seem to be permanent. Even when they spend time away from Jinwoo, the benefits remain. The room went quiet as everyone processed this information. Dr. Veltar's tentacles moved slowly as he thought through the implications. So one human exposure to venom could potentially improve the entire human species over time, he said finally. Is that bad? Jinwoo asked. Not bad, Dr. Kethril said, but unprecedented, and change makes people nervous. Tae-hoon received another message on his device. This time it was from the station commander, requesting an immediate meeting with all department heads. I think this is getting bigger than just medical research, Tae-hoon said. Through the lab window, they could see another alien ship approaching the station, then another one behind it. How many more are coming? So-young asked. Tae-hoon checked his scheduling system. 12 more ships scheduled to arrive in the next 3 days. Medical teams, government observers, and news reporters. Jinwoo looked out at the approaching ships and shrugged. Well, I hope they don't expect me to change my research schedule. We have 3 more continents to explore, and I'm not letting. A little galactic attention stopped that work. Dr. Veltar stared at the human who had turned the medical world upside down and was now treating it like a minor inconvenience. He was beginning to understand that this attitude might be the most remarkable thing about humans of all. Dongyun floated in the zero-gravity medical bay of the research ship Hippocrates, watching Jinwoo sleep in the scanning chamber. As the only human doctor specializing in comparative xenobiology, he had been called in to help understand what was happening to his fellow human. 3 days had passed since leaving the research station. The Galactic Medical Center had requested Jinwoo for comprehensive study, and he had agreed to go. Dongyun volunteered to accompany him, partly out of scientific curiosity and partly to protect Jinwoo from over-eager alien researchers. The scanning chamber hummed quietly as it took detailed images of every part of Jinwoo's body. The technology was far more advanced than anything humans had developed. It could see individual cells and track chemical changes in real time. Dr. Kethril floated nearby, studying the scan results on a large display screen. Her blue skin had been shifting colors all morning as she processed the incredible data. "Dr. Dongyun, you must see this," she said, pointing to a section of the genetic analysis. Dongyun pushed off the wall and floated over to the display. The screen showed Jinwoo's DNA structure, but sections of it were highlighted in different colors. "What am I looking at?" Dongyun asked. "Dormant genetic sequences," Dr. Kethril explained. "Every species has unused DNA in their genetic code, but humans have far more than any other species we have studied." Dongyun studied the display more carefully. He could see normal human genetic patterns, but there were also strange sections that didn't match anything in the medical databases. "These dormant sequences," Dongyun said, "are they activating?" "Yes. The venom exposure triggered activation of at least 12 previously inactive genetic sections. Each one appears to enhance a different biological function." The scanning chamber stopped humming and Jinwoo opened his eyes. "Are we done yet? I want to see the results." Dr. Kethril helped him out of the chamber. Jinwoo moved with the fluid grace that had developed since the venom exposure. Even in zero gravity, his coordination was perfect. "Show him," Dongyun said. Dr. Kethril changed the display to show a comparison between normal human DNA and Jinwoo's enhanced genetic code. The differences were clear even to someone without medical training. "The venom didn't just fail to kill you," she explained to Jinwoo. "It activated hidden parts of your genetic code, parts that have been sleeping in human DNA for thousands of years." "Why would humans have dormant genetic sequences?" Jinwoo asked. Dongyun had been thinking about this question for hours. Maybe because Earth was such a dangerous place, humans evolved on a planet full of toxins, predators, diseases, and environmental disasters. Maybe we developed backup genetic systems to handle extreme threats. A communication alert sounded through the ship. The main screen showed an incoming message from Earth. A woman's face appeared, someone Dongyun recognized from human medical research. "Dr. Dongyun, this is Dr. Youngmi from the Seoul Genetic Research Institute. I've been following the reports about your patient. I need to share some information with you." "Go ahead, Dr. Youngmi," Dongyun replied. "We've been analyzing the genetic data you sent. The dormant sequences in human DNA aren't random. They're organized into functional groups. We think they represent evolutionary adaptations to specific types of environmental threats." Dr. Kethril's skin shifted to a bright blue, indicating intense interest. "What kinds of threats?" "Toxins, radiation, extreme temperatures, oxygen deprivation, and biological pathogens," Dr. Youngmi said. "It's like humans evolved with a genetic toolkit for surviving almost any environmental challenge." Jinwoo looked at his own hands, flexing his fingers. "So, I'm not really changed?" I'm just using human abilities that were already there? Exactly, Dr. Youngmi confirmed. The shadow crawler venom acted like a key, unlocking genetic potential that was already in your DNA. Dr. Kethril pulled up more data on her screen. This explains why other humans near him are showing improvements. His enhanced biology is producing signals that trigger genetic activation in others. How many humans could potentially unlock these abilities? Dong Yun asked. Theoretically, all of them, Dr. Youngmi said. Every human carries these dormant sequences. Different triggers might activate different combinations of abilities. The ship's communication system announced an incoming priority message from the Galactic Council. Dr. Kethril accepted the call and a new face appeared on screen. The alien had multiple eyes and spoke in a formal tone. This is Counselor Vex. We require immediate information about human genetic capabilities. Are humans capable of adapting to any biological threat? Dr. Kethril looked at Dong Yun, who nodded for her to answer. Based on our research, humans possess extensive dormant genetic systems for environmental adaptation. The full extent of these capabilities is unknown. This is concerning, Counselor Vex said. A species with unlimited adaptive potential could disrupt the biological balance of the galaxy. Jinwoo floated forward to face the screen. We're not trying to disrupt anything. We just want to explore and learn. Your intentions may be peaceful, Counselor Vex replied, but your capabilities are unprecedented. The Council must consider protective measures for other species. The communication ended abruptly. Dr. Kethril's skin turned a worried shade of purple. Protective measures? Jinwoo asked. What does that mean? Restrictions on human travel and settlement, Dong Yun said grimly. Maybe quarantine of human colonies. The Council fears what they don't understand. Dr. Youngmi's image was still on screen from Earth. We're seeing similar reactions from other governments. Some species are demanding limits on human expansion into the galaxy. Jinwoo pushed off the wall and floated to the main window. Outside, he could see the Galactic Medical Center growing larger as their ship approached. Dozens of other vessels surrounded it, many carrying diplomatic flags from various alien species. They're all here because of me, Jinwoo said quietly. They're here because of what you represent, Dong Yun corrected. The possibility that humans are far more adaptable than anyone imagined. Dr. Kethril activated another scanner and pointed it at Jinwoo. Your genetic changes are still continuing. New sequences are activating even without additional venom exposure. Is that good or bad? Jinwoo asked. Unknown, she admitted. You are becoming something the galaxy has never seen before. A human with activated evolutionary potential. The ship docked at the medical center with a soft thud. Through the window, they could see representatives from dozens of species waiting in the docking bay. Ready for this? Dong Yun asked Jinwoo. Jinwoo shrugged, the gesture that had become his trademark response to impossible situations. I guess we're about to find out what happens when the galaxy meets a fully adapted human. Dr. Kethril gathered her research data and prepared to present findings that would change everything the galaxy thought they knew about human biology. As they prepared to disembark, she realized this was just the beginning of a much larger story. The door to the docking bay opened, and Jinwoo floated out to meet representatives of 17 different species, all trying to understand how one human had become something entirely new. Kwang Ho stood in the main assembly hall of the Galactic Medical Consortium, watching hundreds of alien scientists take their seats. As Earth's representative to galactic affairs, he had never expected to attend a meeting about one human's biology. Now the entire galaxy's medical community was gathered to discuss what Jinwoo's case meant for the future. 1 week had passed since the venom exposure. In that time, everything had changed. Not just for Jinwoo, but for how the galaxy viewed humanity. At the front of the hall, Jinwoo sat calmly at a table with Dr. Veltar, Dr. Kethril, and Dong Yun. He looked completely relaxed, despite being the center of attention for thousands of the galaxy's top scientists. His enhanced abilities had continued to develop, making him faster, stronger, and smarter than any baseline human. But he still acted like the same person who had shrugged off a deadly bite just 1 week ago. "The assembly will come to order," announced Director Yalthon, a tall alien with 6 arms who led the medical consortium. "We are here to discuss the unprecedented biological case of human specialist Jin Wu and its implications for galactic medical science." Dr. Kethril stood and activated a large display screen. It showed detailed scans of Jin Wu's genetic structure, with the activated dormant sequences highlighted in bright colors. "Our research confirms that humans possess extensive dormant genetic systems," she began. "These systems can be activated by environmental stressors, granting enhanced abilities that surpass normal human limits." A scientist from the back of the hall raised a tentacle. "Are these changes permanent?" "Yes," Dr. Kethril replied, "and they appear to be heritable. Any children Jin Wu has in the future will likely carry these enhanced genetic sequences in active form." Murmurs of concern rippled through the audience. Several alien species had already expressed worry about humans becoming too powerful. Counselor Vex stood from his seat in the diplomatic section. "This confirms our fears. Humans could evolve beyond all other species within a few generations." Kwang Ho requested permission to speak. "If I may address the Council's concerns?" Director Yalthon nodded. "The floor recognizes Earth representative Kwang Ho." Kwang Ho activated his own display screen, showing data from human colonies across the galaxy. "Humans have been living alongside other species for 5 years. In that time, we have never shown aggression or attempted to dominate anyone. Our enhanced abilities, if they spread, would be used for exploration and discovery, not conquest. But the potential for misuse exists," argued Dr. Zelan. "A species with unlimited adaptive capabilities could become unstoppable." Jinwu raised his hand. "May I speak?" The hall fell silent. Everyone wanted to hear from the human who had started this galaxy-wide debate. "I understand everyone's concern," Jinwu said, standing up. "But I'm still just a person. I still get tired. I still make mistakes. And I still need friends and family. Being enhanced doesn't make me want to hurt anyone." He gestured to Dr. Veltar. "This doctor saved my life by monitoring me after the bite. Dr. Kethril helped me understand what was happening to my body. I've learned more in the past week working with alien scientists than I could have learned alone." Jinwu looked around the hall at hundreds of alien faces. "Humans get stronger when we face challenges, yes. But we also get stronger when we work with others. That's not going to change no matter how much we adapt." Dr. Veltar stood and activated another display. "I have worked closely with enhanced humans over the past week. Jinwu and the others showing improvements have become more cooperative, not less. Their enhanced intelligence makes them better at understanding different perspectives." "The data supports this," added Donghyun. "Enhanced humans show increased empathy and communication skills along with their physical improvements." A new voice spoke from the audience. "But what about the spreading effect? Other humans are improving just by being near enhanced individuals." So-young stood from her seat in the human delegation area. "I've been studying that phenomenon. The improvements in other humans are beneficial adaptations to their environment. They become healthier, smarter, and more resilient. These are positive changes." "Positive for humans," grumbled an alien scientist. "What about the rest of us?" "Doctor." Kethril pulled up new research data. "Actually, we've discovered something interesting. Enhanced humans produce biological compounds that can benefit other species too. We're seeing improved health in aliens who work closely with them." The hall erupted in surprised conversations. This was the first time anyone had mentioned benefits for non-humans. Director Yalthon called for order. "Dr. Kethril, please explain this discovery." "Enhanced humans exhale modified proteins that boost immune function in nearby individuals, regardless of species. Their presence in mixed crews has reduced illness rates by 30%. Kwang Ho felt a surge of hope. If humans could help other species instead of threatening them, the political situation might change completely. Dr. Veltar addressed the assembly. I propose that instead of restricting human development, we should study how to safely replicate these benefits. Enhanced, humans could become biological consultants, helping other species adapt to dangerous environments. You want to use humans as living medical equipment? Asked Counselor Vex. I want to use human abilities to help everyone, Dr. Veltar replied. Humans excel at surviving impossible conditions. They could teach us how to do the same. Jinwoo nodded enthusiastically. We'd love to help. That's what we came to the galaxy to do anyway. The debate continued for hours. Species after species voiced concerns, asked questions, and proposed regulations. But gradually, the tone began to shift from fear to curiosity. A representative from the Exploration Guild stood up. We have 17 planets that are too dangerous for normal expeditions. Enhanced humans could safely explore these worlds and gather valuable scientific data. The mining consortium has similar needs, added another voice. Toxic environments that kill most species could be safely studied by adaptive humans. Kwang Ho saw the opportunity and seized it. Earth proposes the creation of the Galactic Adaptation Program. Enhanced humans would work with alien scientists to explore dangerous environments and develop new survival techniques for all species. The proposal sparked intense discussion. Representatives huddled in groups, debating the implications and possibilities. Director Yalthon called for a preliminary vote. All in favor of establishing cooperative research with enhanced humans? Tentacles, appendages, and various alien limbs rose throughout the hall. The count was overwhelming in favor. Motion carries, Director Yalthon announced. The Galactic Medical Consortium will work with Earth to develop safe protocols for human enhancement research and application. After the assembly ended, Kwang Ho found Jin Woo surrounded by alien scientists eager to collaborate on future projects. How do you feel about becoming the galaxy's premier extreme environment specialist? Kwang Ho asked. Jin Woo grinned and shrugged. Sounds like fun. When do we start? Dr. Veltar approached with a tablet full of expedition proposals. We have requests from 12 different scientific institutions. There's a planet with acid rain, another with radiation levels that kill most species, and a moon where the atmosphere is pure methane. I'll take all three, Jinwoo said without hesitation. Across the hall, Jisoo was talking excitedly with a group of young alien researchers about joining future human exploration teams. The newest human recruit to the program looked thrilled at the prospect of impossible missions. As they prepared to leave the medical center, Kwang Ho realized that what started as a medical emergency had become humanity's greatest contribution to galactic civilization. Humans weren't just surviving in the galaxy anymore. They were helping everyone else survive, too. Jinwoo picked up his equipment bag and headed toward the docking bay where their ship waited. Ready for the next adventure? The question was directed at everyone around him, human and alien alike. And judging by the eager responses, the galaxy was definitely ready to see what else humans could accomplish.